Good morning, vloggy vlogsters. Welcome to another weekly vlog. Yeah, world feeling a bit odd this morning. It's Monday the 16th of March. We're now up to having daily press conferences from number 10 and daily briefings. So we'll see what that says later about coronavirus, COVID-19. Yeah. I have nipped back to the flat this morning. If you watched last week, you'll know that we're staying with my parents at the moment as of last night. Because we're having the bathroom redone. What a week. What to do with me and refurbs, eh? So I've just nipped over here to start the bathroom guy off. He should be here any minute. Basically, he's going to be working on his own here, so it's pretty much self-isolation. So there you go. I've then got to nip and pick up a shelf for the bathroom. It's literally, I'm just going to go in and out and hand sanitize. But I'm going to go and do it whilst I still can, because I have a feeling situation may change fairly quickly. Yeah, who knows where this vlog's gonna go. OOTD? I do not have a good OOTD mirror at my parents' house, so let's have one whilst we can. Yellow jumper, ASOS. I've unpacked my spring clothes. I desperately felt in need of yellow. I do feel so much better for it. Trainers, ASOS, jeans, ASOS, earrings, ASOS. And that's it. There is just generally a really eerie lack of traffic on the roads. And I'm at a certain Swedish superstore to pick up this shelf. And it's really quiet. Somebody just pulled up next to me, but it is really, really quiet, even for a work day. So that's just had the government press conference. We're on work from home, definitely. No pubs, no cinemas, no theatres, stay at home. If anyone in the house gets a cough or a fever, everyone's at home for 14 days. We're at my parents' house. And in the coming weeks we'll be having school closures probably, and everyone vulnerable will be asked to stay inside for 12 weeks possibly. Like, this is proper stuff. Like, PM just said it's, you know, unlike anything we've seen in peacetime. I'd agree, like, this is, like, the history student in me tends to come out a little bit in these situations, don't it? So I can get a bit of emotional distance and stop panicking, but it's, yeah, it's proper, like, almost wartime stuff, isn't it? I do wonder whether, like, with all the runs on supermarkets that are happening, whether we'll be getting into rationing next. So weird. Weird times. I'm quite anxious. Anxious though. He's just annoyed that his dinner was delayed slightly because we were all watching the press conference. He's a happy chappy. We've just nipped home to get some essentials, just in case we're at mum and dad's longer than expected, and we only packed for a week or so. So thought it might pay to go back and get some more toiletries, a few more bits of clothing. And it's really eerie out. The streets are empty, and yes, it's like 10 o'clock on a weeknight, but the city centre is usually busier than this.
And the coronavirus.
Yeah, coronavirus files.
And the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, don't. So, Saturday. What a bloody week, eh? I saw a tweet, I can't remember who tweeted it, just saying, like, remember last week? They were the days, weren't they? And yeah, they really were. Everything's fine. It is a beautiful day. It's really sunny. You know, everyone's fine. But I can't even remember when last time I vlogged properly. During this week, we've now kind of escalated to pubs, bars, cafes, etc., all properly shut, all being told to properly social distance from each other. Yeah, they're saying the peak of the virus is probably going to hit around May, so we're just trying to kind of push that out and make it as less peaky as possible, flatten the curve, all of that. Washing my hands like a crazy thing. They're not too bad at the moment, but like, I've been speaking to Linda and Jess via kind of messenger, and their hands are really suffering. My knuckles are starting to get quite sore. I've got some hand cream at the moment, so just trying to keep that up. I've got a big pot of coconut oil with me as well, so I can always move on to that if necessary. Because I think we've got, you know, a few months of this ahead. So just life's going to look very different for a bit, and hopefully that is the worst that will happen. You know, that is really not something to worry about. I think people have become, I think some people are really struggling with changing their way of life. I mean, everyone's really struggling with it. Some people aren't doing it, and that's what's going to make things worse. Like, the more people that comply, oh, weird word, but the more people that do this, the better it's going to be for everyone, and the shorter amount of time we're going to have to do it for. So yeah, so we're still here. I mean, gosh, blast from the past. I mean, it's got a bed in it at the moment because it's now my parents' spare room, but if you scroll all the way back to the beginning of my YouTube channel, you'll recognise this pink wall, and you'll recognise this very exciting floral wallpaper. This was the choice I made to decorate this room when I still lived here. I'm not saying I would exactly go for this now, but hey, I was bold with colour, and I have respect for my past self there. So Saturday plans for today. I've gone as far as I've washed my hair, which is still a bit damp, you can probably still tell. Don't have any makeup on either, you can probably tell that too. Just trying to give my skin a little bit of a break. I was talking to Fiona on Instagram, so we both like made far more of an effort with our working from home makeup than we would usually. I think it's just like a control and everything being okay thing. Just about putting a good face on, really, on things. But yeah, so today everything's fine in a good place way. We are going to enjoy the sunshine by taking the dog for a nice walk at some point while staying 2 meters away from everyone else. We are going to tidy up this room a bit, because at the moment, like, everything is everywhere, because we've been living out of suitcases for a week because we've been working full time from home as well. My work's been really busy this week. Yeah, so, and Dan's has just kind of been quite normal work-wise. I know a lot of people have been badly affected work-wise, but there have been some measures put in place, so hopefully that will help. We'll just have to see what comes down the line with that sort of worky stuff. Taking everything just a day at a time at the moment. So yes, plans: unpacking, walk, tidying this place up a bit, making it a bit more kind of livable, being in contact with the bathroom guy. Everything has slowed down a little bit there, as you would expect, but really not that big a deal, is it, given the context of everything. So yeah, tidying, walking, having some lunch. I think we're going to have a takeaway from a local Thai restaurant that we've been using, and my parents have been using for years and years and years, so we're supporting them by having a takeaway tonight. Because it's going to hit all the restaurants and bars really hard that they're closing. Loads of people are pivoting though and doing takeaways and things like that, and finding new creative ways to trade. So yeah, we just got to find a bit of a new normal, I think, and just get through it. So yeah, main job for today. I've got stuff downstairs as well, but my stuff's just everywhere because I just needed to be able to grab it. Mess. I've set up this clothes rail. So I'm going to hang a load of stuff up. Mum's found some baskets to put kind of like underwear and stuff in. Luckily, we had a delivery here for our new bathroom. So we've got a new washing basket, so we've got that to use, so that's fine. You know, we've got everything we need. We're a lot luckier than a lot of people. Just need to get it nice and tidy, get some stuff hung up. someone didn't want to miss out on a nap. Definitely not allowed on the bed.
It's not our bed, it doesn't count.
It's Sunday. Got up ridiculously early this morning to go and take the dog for a walk and beat the crowds after I got so anxious yesterday about people just not being able to keep their distance, and it was absolutely glorious. Very few people up there. Everyone who was up there keeping their distance, you know, a bit of a good morning from several metres away. Dogs had an amazing time. Let Wesley have a really good run. It was really, really lovely. Really lovely. Beautiful morning, beautiful day. Obviously, I'm lucky enough that I'm with my mother today for Mother's Day, so I cobbled together a bit of a Mother's Day brunch from what we got. Luckily, I'd already bought her a card before all this happened, and I brought that with me. I've had a nap. And now I think I'm just going to play some games, do a bit of vlog editing, chill, stay in. Done a bit of messaging with friends, and we did, and do the washing I didn't manage to get round to yesterday, but we did manage to get the room far more livable, far more comfortable. Want a great look? It's got the TV and PlayStation all set up, comfy bed, actual clear floor. Space for clothes, a couple of tubs. This is still a bit of a mess, but hey, and then everything hung up. So actual floor space, hurrah. So yeah, should be quite comfy in here. And I can't imagine I'm going to have a lot more to say this Sunday. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go and edit a vlog where life seemed normal, and I'll catch you next week.